from 2012, when I knew this person called Ralph Napiersky, who claims to be a Catholic bishop. So again, to those who are questioning Bishop Ralph's legitimacy as a bishop, what makes a man a bishop is the consecration he receives by a bishop, who is consecrated by a bishop, who is consecrated by a bishop, who is consecrated by a bishop, in a lineage that traces its way all the way back to the original bishops, who were the apostles consecrated by Christ.
Yes.
Okay. So I think we've cleared that issue. Who claims to be a Catholic bishop. We've cleared that issue. At that time, from 2012, Nithyananda had blessed Ralph Napiersky on Facebook. Nithyananda had told our mutual friend Jasmine Glow, who at that time was Ma Nitya Vibhuti, the Mahant of Slovakia, he told her to make Ralph part of Sangha. And he told her, to work with him. And when Ralph sent Nithyananda a Facebook message saying, I want to make Ma Nitya Sudevi the head of my mission, what did Nithyananda reply? He gave a thumbs up and said blessings. And so I got pulled into this other pseudo cult while I was in the Nithyananda cult, believing that my guru wanted me to be there.
Actually, there were over 3 years where I didn't see Swamiji, 3 years and 3 months. From February 2012 until May 2015. Early 2015, my mother decided she had to get to Inner Awakening and finally see Swamiji. And I was a little embarrassed to tell her that I don't know whether or not I'm allowed to come because I had actually been sent out.
That's why it happened. It was 2012. I was a full-on Hindu. I didn't want to believe in Catholicism. I was totally against Christianity. But I got caught up in that because Nithyananda gave a stupid mixed message to Vibhuti and me, telling us to do it. Now, to my surprise, when I released that video, Questions About Catholicism, I actually received a reply from Bishop Ralph Napiersky here. And not only he answered my questions, but he also awakened a huge amount of clarity within my consciousness. So I got pulled into this other pseudo cult while I was in the Nithyananda cult, believing that my guru wanted me to be there. He also awakened a huge amount of clarity within my consciousness. Once I realized that Ralph had his own agenda, that he was telling me I was the mother of unity and that I was supposed to unite all the different sects of Christianity. First, we need to become a part of that unity. I realized I don't want this, and I left his silly one and God cult.
She claimed she never has been in a Christian organization. She claimed she never wrote books, and she claimed she never was a leader, but she was, and people know because she made like 40 or 50 videos that she posted on YouTube talking about this,
So again, for the lay people and for the non-Catholics, the words of the consecration are the words spoken by the priest when he calls the Spirit of Christ into the Eucharist. So it's basically the most important part of a Catholic Mass. It's the consecration of the bread, which becomes the body, and the wine, which becomes the blood. That's also ridiculous bullshit. I'm not Opus Dei, I'm not CIA, I'm not Catholic. So again, for the lay people and for the non-Catholics, I'm not Catholic.
Sarah Landry is spreading lies about her being involved in wanting God.
Many of the relics kept by Corpus Dei, guarded by Corpus Dei, how these cross relics and other relics can be beneficial based on the energy that they radiate. It's like each one has the living presence of either the saint whom it's come from or the cross, which is an expression of, I usually use the Hindu word tyaga or the Sanskrit word tyaga, the willingness to suffer for the greater good of humanity. That's also ridiculous bullshit. I'm not Opus Dei, I'm not CIA, I'm not Catholic.
Sarah Landry claims that she never wrote a book, and she was not the leader, she was not the mother of unity, and so on, so on, so on. So here is the book she claims she never wrote. You can see Ma Nitya Sudevi, that's the name she used. There's a picture of her, there's another picture of her. So the book is written by Ma Nitya Sudevi. Very interesting, it's her book. And that this book is a main source of revenue for the One in God organization. So I could argue on that now, because I provided everything for her. The book came out in 2013, as you can read.
You know, from 2012, when I knew this person called Ralph Napiersky, I got pulled into this other pseudo cult while I was in the Nithyananda cult, believing that my guru wanted me to be there.
From February 2012 until May 2015, I'd actually been sent out.
You know, from 2012, when I knew this person called Ralph Napiersky.
From February 2012, I'd actually been sent out.
She wrote the book in Germany, in Berlin, where I provided everything, a room to live, and food, and electricity, and internet, and just everything. There's a nice one. Mother of Unity. The title Sudevi is given within the One in God order, as well as her personal website. Very interesting. Christ consciousness. Oh, there I am again. That's where this picture became like famous. So at the end of the book there is included the brochure of the One in God organization. That pretty much says it all. So what's going on here? Why is she doing this?